Thank you. You don't know how happy we are to be here. We were snowed out the first time. That date was February the 4th. And I don't know what it is about the ExCEL Award, but we seem to be attracting snow this year because it snowed again today. But we're fortunate to make it through and honor Imogen, and we're just delighted to be here today to bring an ExCEL Award to the Academy at Shawnee. This is a wonderful place and a wonderful auditorium, and as I told the folks on the stage, it makes me feel at home because it reminds me of old-fashioned schools like the school I went to. And our auditorium, although not quite as large as this, was certainly in the same architectural standard. I want to tell you, it was a long time ago, in 1989, that the founders of the ExCEL Award created a program to identify and honor outstanding public school teachers. We wanted to tell the world about great teachers who work hard, share their knowledge with students and with other teachers in the process. Hence, the inscription on the golden apple I will present in a moment reads, "For excellence in classroom and educational leadership." And our search for great educators has brought us here to the Academy at Shawnee. Welcome to chemistry, or more accurately, the place where chemistry is cool. In high school, chemistry needs something of an introduction, it seems. You've been studying the basic academics since kindergarten, but suddenly, in high school, here's something different. Chemistry is a science, but also a bit of a foreign language. It comes with the reputation of being difficult. It can be intimidating. Welcome to chemistry. This is different. Fortunately, you have Ms. Herrick to make it understandable, meaningful, and even fun. She can take you from nowhere to favorite subject in just a few classes. As one student says, she really cares. Even when she's yelling at you, she's smiling. Yes, she cares. She cares about everyone. Now, let's talk about how she spreads the caring. She has more grown-up students. She mentors graduate students in chemistry and engineering who want to be teachers. They are in her room every day for an entire year. Now, I've done a little bit of this on a small scale. I've had students shadow me for a day or two in journalism. And what you're actually doing is two jobs at once. It's like playing and coaching in the same game. The first of those graduate students now are out teaching, hoping to make chemistry cool at another school. Now that is what leadership in education is all about. This is a great teacher, Ms. Herrick, who is creating a legacy and spreading the caring about other students. Now, as you may know, Ms. Herrick has cool for every occasion, including the cool chemistry show, which her high school students perform for students in elementary schools. Maybe a few years from now, chemistry won't be a surprise, or such a surprise, to those grade schoolers. And that's really cool. Do you know why she works so hard? In her own words, learning creates opportunity. Teachers are in the forefront and hold the most important role in that process. So thank you, Ms. Herrick, for your hard work, your dedication to your students. Excellence is cool, and we come today to salute you. Please come forward. I feel like maybe there ought to be a little snow or a little frost right. on this particular apple. But I want you to know that it reflects the faces of all of the students for whom you have made chemistry cool. And we're so thankful to be here and to tell you that you are an ExCEL Award winner. Congratulations. Yeah. That is just half of the ExCEL Award process. And I'm thrilled to welcome a new presenter representing our co-sponsor, LG&E KU, a wonderful young woman who is quite a presence that you may know from her appearances here on TV. Please welcome Natasha Collins.
Good morning. I echo Gary's sentiments. I'm really happy to be here. I love to celebrate positive things and people that are happening in our community, and just thrilled to be here this morning on behalf of all the employees at LG&E and KU. It's an honor to be able to honor such an exceptional teacher who's having such an impact on her students. At LG&E and KU, we feel strongly that education is the key to a brighter future and also the key to a better quality of life for everyone. We contribute resources, talent, and ideas that help to make our communities great places to live and work. In addition to the financial support provided by LG&E and KU, we're proud of our employees' involvement in helping to transform today's students into tomorrow's leaders. We have a passionate belief that we can make a difference in the world around us, which is part of why our commitment to education and our communities is an enduring one. Today we honor Miss Imogen Herrick, a teacher who truly makes a difference and has a fan club. But what does that mean, making a difference? Well, making a difference in a student's life begins with students believing that they can excel. Reading through the nomination materials that were submitted on Ms. Herrick's behalf, it was obvious, you can see that she tailors her teaching to that important objective. She uses methods that engage today's high school students in settings that teach chemistry without always seeming like chemistry. She uses creative presentations, games, student alliances, and theatrics to draw students into the subject. She helps to help her students, that is, create a cool chemistry show that I read about for neighboring elementary schools. And not only do her students do all the work, in the words of her principal, elementary school students leave the show thinking that science is pretty neat and easy, and I can do this too, in that kind of way. Now, making a difference involves training the next generation of teachers to make the subject, chemistry, accessible to a whole new group of students. And through Ms. Herrick's work in mentoring graduate students, as Gary mentioned, in the classroom, as well as her involvement in different communities, learning communities and committees, she is clearly dedicated to making sure that happens and making sure that student after student after student comes to know that they too can do chemistry. After reviewing Ms. Herrick's application, it's clear that she is a master teacher who's dedicated to her students, her colleagues, her subject, and her community. The sky is clearly the limit for Ms. Herrick, but whatever she accomplishes from now and into the future, it is our pleasure to see to it that she does so as an ExCEL Award winner. Congratulations, Ms. Herrick. What an accomplishment. If you'd like to come up. You can kick it in, fan club, because we are going to give her another award now. Whoops, it's upside down. Congratulations. Thanks for making such an impact on your students.
I always wanted a really big check.
Now, please welcome the Superintendent of the Jefferson County Public School System, Donna Hargens. Donna?
The ExCEL Award is such a special honor. It's a symbol of the dedication, creativity, and excellence of the educators that we have in this community. The winners are professionals whose talents and skills would have made them successful in any career field. But fortunately for us, they have chosen to serve our students. Jefferson County Public Schools is grateful to LG&E KU and WHAS 11 for giving us the opportunity to honor top teachers such as Ms. Herrick. Her colleagues say she is highly creative and touches the hearts of her students. she transforms a difficult subject into something understandable. She is committed to providing engaging, relevant instruction, and she provides a great deal of support for her colleagues. As part of the ExCEL Award process, 2 observers actually visited Ms. Herrick's classroom. They said she implemented research-based practices. She uses time extremely effectively, and she provides differentiated instruction, and that her instruction was clearly aligned with the daily learning target and with the standards. Ms. Herrick, on behalf of the Jefferson County Public School District, I want to congratulate you on winning this prestigious award. I also want to thank you for your dedication and for everything you do for the district's students. It is my honor to present you the Superintendent's Medallion. And one of the honors I also have is to work with 7 amazing people that make up our Board of Education. That is the governance body that makes sure that we are always working for the benefit of the students. So we have 7 amazing board members, but this district has a really amazing board member, and she is the leader of the Jefferson County Board of Education. It's my honor to introduce Ms. Diane Porter.
Good morning, and what a pleasure to be here on this bright, sunshiny day with just a touch of snow to make us know that, you know, spring is almost here. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. I'm excited for our teacher, our ExCEL Award teacher. What a wonderful day it is. And I look in the audience and I can always tell, you know, do you really want to be here? Absolutely. Are there lots of smiles and shout outs from her students? Absolutely. And the biggest smile in the room, I think, belongs to the parents. I saw her dad, he just lit up. So this is absolutely a wonderful day, and we're very proud. And what I've learned this morning is chemistry is cool. Whoever knew that? She has made it cool for a lot of people. And I get these little quotes from time to time, and I got one this morning from Dr. Maya Angelou that says, "Nothing will work unless you do." And she does work every day because she loves what she does. So it's my pleasure to recognize that. And then I know Dr. Barber, at the end of his messages, a lot of times he says, "Your work does not go unnoticed." And absolutely it is not doing that this morning. And he always says, "We are Shawnee." So you are Shawnee, and we are very proud of you. It's my honor to present to you on behalf of the Board of Education our token of appreciation and just a wonderful acknowledgement of your hard work. So if you would please come forward, please.
Now please welcome, representing the Jefferson County Teachers Association, Chanda Hornback.
I always joke they should put a little step stool back here for me. Good morning. I'm so happy to be here. So happy to be here to represent the teachers of this district and recognizing Ms. Herrick for all of her hard work. And on behalf of your colleagues across the district, I am honored to present to you the JCTA Schoolhouse Award, recognizing your dedication and excellence in teaching.
I just want you to know, you guys are lucky to have Dr. Barber as your new principal here, because ExCEL Awards seem to follow him around. because I presented 2 while he was the principal at Fern Creek, and now we come to Shawnee. So once again, your principal, Dr. Houston Barber.
As a former chemistry teacher, physics teacher, I can relate with how difficult it is to work with students to get them interested in the topic area and subject. And Ms. Herrick not only does that, but she inspires. And see, it takes something special to inspire multiple kids to want to excel. And so this award embodies that. And we're very fortunate at the Academy of Shawnee to have Ms. Herrick. And I do want to give a shout out. I see the former principal here, Dr. Look. So I do want to give a shout out to Dr. Look. Because I can't say that I hired her, but we definitely want her here for a long time to come. So thank you, Dr. Look. But on behalf of the school, we have a special award, and the award may not look like much, but it is a special medallion necklace that has the school crest, and I can't promise you that it's gold. As Dr. Hargens knows, we can't spend those dollars on gold, but it will go a long way in remembering what you do each and every day. So on behalf of the school, the community, and the Academy of Shawnee, we honor you today as the ExCEL Award winner, Ms. Imogen Herrick. Come on up. Team Herrick. At this time, we have a representative, our very own president, Ms. Adelman, come on up from PTSA.
Thank you. I would just like to say what an honor it is to be among all of the staff at the Academy at Shawnee. I've had the privilege of getting to know all of these teachers, and I don't know if the students recognize how lucky they are to have such quality teachers at this school, but it makes me wish I could go back and do high school all over again. And I would really like to come to your class as well. It sounds very exciting. And on behalf of the Shawnee PTSA and all of the parents, teachers, staff, and students that are part of the PTSA, we would like to present this symbolic gesture, which is a plant, obviously, is in recognition of Ms. Herrick's continuing to grow within her profession and also growing the minds of our students. Thank you.
And finally, we have a presentation from Colonel Vandermeer from the Challenger Learning Center.
Good morning. What a great day. In education, it doesn't make a difference whether you're a student or a colleague. You're attracted to certain teachers that are successful. And, well, we've heard all the reasons why you're a great teacher. And I want to say you're all that in a bag of chips. And the bag of chips is what she does outside the classroom. Most of you don't know, but Imogen has led a team of her science teachers and our engineering teachers on 2 wonderful opportunities for our students, and that was to put an experiment in space. We did it for the first time 2 years ago when they flew one on the Endeavour. She's getting ready to put another one in space this summer on the International Space Station, and I think that's just reflective of the type of teacher that we have here. So congratulations, and I thought a good commemorative of this would be a copy of June Scobie Rogers' book, Silver Lining. She's the founder of the Challenger Center, and I know she would like for this to go to you today.
Well, this is the 25th year for the ExCEL Award. It began in 1989. And Imogen, I tell teachers who are winners, you will always be an ExCEL Award winner. But on this day, you are the newest. And we welcome now Imogen Herrick.
Great. Good morning. Wow, those signs are hilarious. I'm not sure whose idea that was, but I like it. Good job. Okay. I don't know. Gosh, this is really overwhelming. I'm a little nervous, to be honest with you, to stand up here and speak, but I know that I've got all these faces out here that are going to cheer me on if I have a little bit of trouble. I'm going to get through some thank yous, and the first people that I'd like to thank is obviously LG&E, KU, and WHAS 11 for honoring teachers in this way. It's a really, really neat experience, and I know a lot of colleagues that deserve this award as well, and hopefully it'll come to you soon too. So first I want to thank my mom and my dad and my brother who are sitting right here. Mom, you've been the most positive and motivating source in my life my whole life. Gosh, I really don't want to cry, but it might happen. Okay, I couldn't ask for a better role model, support system, or friend. You've always been there for me when I needed you. Oh, shoot. Okay. Dad, you're the best problem solver I've ever met, and you're always a calming force when I really need it. And you're the most important man in my life, so I appreciate you. And my little brother, you're my friend by choice, which is really cool. And I've really enjoyed getting to know you as an adult and having long conversations, and you're probably the person that I can reflect with the best in this world. So I love you. I love all three of you. With that said, there's two pretty special ladies back here, Joey Bruce and Kathy Westmoreland. You guys taught me how to live life. You taught me that travel was important. You taught me how to work hard, and they're both educators in JCPS and have been educators in JCPS for a very long time. So I've really been guided by you my whole life, and I appreciate you. And then I gotta get to Brittany Mozingo, Pam Zipper, Todd Stanis, and Tiffany Clements. The original crew. We came down here 5 years ago, and we were each other's support system. We helped each other create. We also cried on each other's shoulders when things didn't work the way that we wanted to. And if it wasn't for those for us being a group of 5, I don't know if we could have created anything that we created here. So they're very special. Specifically, Pam Zipper and Brittany. Without you guys, I wouldn't have ever stayed current, creative, innovative, anything. You all pushed me to be the best person that I could be. So I really appreciate you, how much you've given to me and how much I was able to give back because of that. Carla Andrews, thank you. Carla Andrews, you just keep me laughing all day long. Where are you? There you are. You and I have created a classroom environment that's unparalleled to any other, I think. And it's a place where kids feel safe and cared about. And I love that about you. So thank you. And then I have to give a shout out to my interns. Through the program G-Sky Teach, I was fortunate enough to have 3 interns over a course of 3 years. My first being Nathan Harris, who's now a teacher at Wagner. He taught me more science than I've ever known. He's the smartest guy that I know. Then there's Adrian Armandaris, whom we all know as Mr. A, who's now a teacher here, which is awesome. You're like a brother to me, both personally and professionally. You've supported me in so many ways. And the things that we've done together with Science Club and in our chemistry classroom are amazing, so I appreciate you. And last but not least is Casey Lett, who is at Seneca. You guys remember Miss Lett, you guys all had her. She's at Seneca teaching now, and she's one of the most creative forces in education right now. Watch out for her. She's really, really good at what she does, and she pushed me to be more creative, so I was very lucky and fortunate to have her last year. I have to thank some great APs that I've had across the years. Don Dillard, Mike Kelly, Tyler Sharon, and Liz Cox. There's a lot I could say here about all four of you, but I think the most important thing that you guys have done is you've created a leadership system that's supported and consistent, and you've allowed us to be able to do our jobs and to be able to do our jobs well. So I really appreciate that guidance. Cecilia Amdahl, if it wasn't for you, I'm pretty sure I would smile a whole lot less. So I would just want you to know that you are the light of this school, and we really appreciate that about you. I have a million friends, but I wanted to highlight just a few. Jess Hume, Casey Fields, Erin Clare, Kitty Samuels, Jenny Pollard, Jessica Williams, Michelle Sievers, Joe Young. You guys are the best friend a girl could have. You guys have been there for me when I couldn't figure out that lesson or when I was too tired to work hard on grading these papers. You guys have continued to push me to be the best person that I can be. So thank you so much. Other than that, I'd love to thank every teacher at the Academy at Shawnee, past and present, because we've created something here, and it's the neatest thing I've ever watched grow. So I'm really happy to work with everybody who's ever worked at the Academy at Shawnee or still works here today. I appreciate you as well. And I'd like to dedicate this whole thing off to a good friend of mine, Cole Spinner. He passed away a couple of years ago, but he was the first person to tell me that he would like to take my class. He was the first person to encourage me to do the cool chemistry show. In fact, that flame tube that dances, that was all Cole Spinner's idea. So he really gave me the confidence that I needed as a young teacher to keep working at it and keep getting better. And I know that he's watching down on us and he's cheering us on right now as we speak. So I just wanted to dedicate that to him. And then there's you guys. Hold on. Wait. I want you guys to take a minute and take a deep breath in with me to help me get less nervous, but for you too. And I want you guys to look at the power that you hold, because this is about you. This wouldn't have happened without you. I can't believe it, actually. I can't believe this is happening. But if it wasn't for you guys, all of you all started this journey with me in room 210 over on the prep side in chemistry class, right? And now, half of you all are about ready to walk across the graduation stage. What? Wow. Yeah. And the other half of you just killed the ACT a couple of weeks ago, so I'm so proud of you. I'm so, so proud of you. And I want you to realize that this is so much about what you do. So here's the speech. Ready? Okay. My initial path wasn't towards teaching at all. I was interested in veterinary science. However, after multiple summers being a veterinary technician, I realized that I was meant to own pets, but not to treat them. So when I graduated from college, I spent a few years jumping around from job to job, until one day my best friend, Casey Brown over here, called me up and said, "Emma, my school needs a science teacher. You should apply." And I laughed at her. I thought it was a ridiculous notion. But 3 days later, I decided to apply. And little did I know that an angel in the form of Patricia Pohl would ensure that I became a science teacher at Mercy Academy. My first day as a chemistry teacher, and I have one of my former students from Mercy Academy sitting right here. I can't believe she showed up, Miss Molly. My first day as a chemistry teacher, I wanted to wow the students by doing a demo with a gummy bear that I would use to make a firework. I know you guys have seen that one in the test tube, right? So I wanted to do that. And midway through the demo, I saw a small column of smoke out of the corner of my eye. and I had realized that an ember had jumped out of the test tube into the middle of the stack of syllabi that were sitting right there. So my first day as a teacher, I handed out a syllabi with a small burnt hole through the middle. And I also taught my first lesson in lab safety. If something's on fire, tell the teacher immediately. Looks like I think I've come a little bit further than that now. So when preparing for this ceremony and this speech, which I prepared in February, and I can tell you as somebody who doesn't like to public speech, waiting for this was agonizing. It was a lot of time to think about what to say. But it made me reflect on my career as a whole, which always brings me back to this quote. Invention, my dear friends, is 93% perspiration, 6% electricity, 4% evaporation, and 2% butterscotch ripple. Willy Wonka. This quote headed my philosophy of education in 2007, and it's still my email signature today, because I believe that good education is invention. Furthermore, I love the moment every year that somebody finally looks at the quote on the wall and realizes that it adds up to more than 100%. The thing about teaching is you're constantly trying to find out what will be the butterscotch ripple of that lesson today. However, over time, I've discovered that there's something more to it. If I provide the perspiration, the electricity, the evaporation, my students always come through with the butterscotch ripple. And that is why I love my job. You are why I love my job. To me, teaching requires dedication, imagination, discipline, and the ability to do 23 things all at the same time. However, great teaching requires the support of dedicated mentors, colleagues, and administration. There are many people who have impacted me in this way throughout my career, but above all, the most influential has been Dr. Keith Look. I could speak at length to the myriad of skills and ideas he allowed me to soak in under his leadership. But more than anything, I learned from him always to do the right thing for kids, even in the face of adversity, even when policy, pride, or people make that road increasingly more difficult. This may seem like an obvious statement, but as we all know, in education, sometimes the most obvious things can be the hardest to attain. As a teacher at the Academy at Shawnee, I was given the space to work as a professional. I was allowed to determine what was best to scaffold the learning of my students and allowed to embrace taking responsibility for their scores and their testing rather than just being held accountable. This empowered me to hone my craft and analyze my progress in the classroom, which is a huge lesson for all of us, especially those of us in priority schools. It seems often that, unfortunately, school leadership, district, state, and federal agencies have aligned themselves with the public perception that equates low test scores with bad teachers, those that are new, less competent, or unable to make wise decisions for student learning. This creates a culture where experience and talent won't come to priority schools. I have been privileged to work in exactly the opposite of that situation. The Academy at Shawnee is filled with talent and experience because of the leadership and respect for our professionalism as teachers. I'm proof positive because you don't win an ExCEL award in wing clipping conditions, and you certainly don't win an ExCEL award if you're not in a building with other people that should be ExCEL award winners. Sorry. Teaching cannot be defined by absolute terms. It's raw, it's dynamic, it's unique to the teacher and the students that they serve. Teaching is the marriage of art and science. There is no formula on how to be a teacher, just as there is no formula on how to be a student or how to learn. So the science teacher in me had to say this: biologically, learning is a process. To learn anything new, a brain must create a new neural pathway, but it's a process that's different for all teachers and all students. There are many ways to measure learning. We can't separate learning or talent into neat little boxes, just like we can't box in students or restrict the talent of teachers. Creativity and critical thinking are essential 21st century skills, but we tend to separate them like oil and water, where they should be blended. Innovation and creativity dictate the real world's success. This creativity should be extended to the students' learning, but also the teacher's ability to guide that process. In my first year at Shawnee, I realized the impact creativity could have on a classroom. In my Cycle 2 meeting for K-TIP, Dr. Look said to me, "I want to see what you could do with students if you weren't afraid to fail." I took this as the ultimate challenge, confidently knowing that if accepted, I also had the ultimate net. This process created what we now know and love, the Cool Chemistry Show, which almost everybody in here has participated in at some point. It's a science extravaganza for local middle or elementary school students, and without the creativity imparted to me by Dr. Look, I would have never been able to make this amazing step forward with my students. Sir Ken Robinson said it, "We are educating our children out of their natural creativity. Let's educate them back into it. Let's empower teachers to create an environment where our students can embrace real, authentic, creative learning. To that end, we're all responsible for associating creativity and learning with positivity for everyone. We all have a huge responsibility in creating a positive image for schools as well, in order to promote the same positive environment for all students. Currently, the use of the acronym PLA, persistently low achieving, is nothing but detrimental to schools and to students. My challenge to all of us is to change the language, because I've never met a persistently low achieving child, and therefore do not know how a persistently low achieving school could exist. The Academy has been deemed persistently low achieving, but yet has met every goal set for us in the last 3 years. I'm not sure what's persistently low achieving about that. We met our graduation goals. We're on track to more than triple our number of college and career-ready students this year. We've made sustainable goals in our reading and math over the past 4 years. We have made tremendous strides in a culture of success, not only in academics, but in student participation, sports, clubs, and community involvement. We've sent an experiment to space, not once, but we're about ready to do it again, so that's twice. And I have to say this selfishly, we gained an average of 4 points on our science ACT this year. So we at Shawnee, we're achieving, we are progressing, and we are winning. We are Shawnee, and watch out, world, because we are on a roll. Thank you.